There is no secret. There's nothing that someone's not telling you that's going to get you to where you want to be.
You ready?
You need to do everything that you can do every single day to get where you want to be no matter what.
Come on. Good. Come on.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those who don't know, my name is Brandon. I usually make fitness vlogs, documenting my journey through different things I'm doing with fitness, but I have a review for you guys today. I picked up a percussion massage gun. There's a ton on the market for percussion guns. I just decided to go with this one. I did some research and thought that this one would be best for me. So the company I went with is HYPERICE, and this is the Hypervolt Go. So this is like I think it's their travel version of their percussion gun. This one is mainly more for travel, but it still has good stats, and I like the company as a whole. I've been following them for a while, and I've seen different people that use them. So I wanted to give it a try and see how it works. So the other big company is Theragun. I think those are the two competitors, HYPERICE and Theragun. Theragun has an option that directly competes with this specific model, the Hypervolt Go. It's like their version of the travel option that you can buy. Their version is actually the same price, so this one was $200 I think on the dot. The Theragun version was also $200. I don't know what it's called. I think it was just, I don't even know what their version is called. So Theragun's version, it's like this little palm machine that you use, and you just use it anywhere you want or need to on your muscles, and you just kind of hold it in your palm. And I actually tried it in the store, and it just didn't seem like I could get a good grip on it, and if it's vibrating, your hand could slip. And I've heard people, their hands got numb after using it for a while. So I know it's a reliable company, and I like Theragun from what I've seen from their stats, but I just thought the Hypervolt would probably be best for me at this time. So without further ado guys, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to unbox it and try it out and kind of show you guys what it's like, give an honest review of what I think. So let's get into it, and I'll break down what I find. Alright guys, so on the front of the box, it just kind of shows you a picture of the gun itself. It's a little bit bigger than I actually thought when I got it in hand. I think they say it's like 20% smaller than their bigger version. So it is a little bit smaller, but I was surprised, like I said, with how big it was when I got it. And then it gives an overview of the features on the bottom. So it's supposed to be quiet, so I think it's a certain type of technology they call quiet glide, so it's supposed to be really quiet. It has 3 different settings for different frequencies. It's ultralight is what they say, so it's 1.5 pounds. It also has an ergonomic handle, and it has 2.5 hours of usage between charges. So on the front guys, like I said, just kind of a big picture of the gun itself. It's a little bit bigger than I thought. It's not a true mini percussion gun. I know they make ones that are a lot smaller than this, but I think they say it's 20% smaller than their other guns, so it is a little bit smaller, but I was kind of surprised with how big this was when I got it. But I don't think that will be too much of an issue. On the side, it just shows you what it comes with. So it has different interchangeable sockets depending on what country you're in. It also has the wall charger, and then 2 different heads. So it has the bullet head and the flat head, I think it's called. So it comes with 2 heads, which is pretty cool. I know there's other ones that come with like 4+ heads. So it would have been nice to have a little bit more heads and a bag, because it doesn't come with a bag either for travel. But those are kind of minor things. It's not a huge deal. It's just something that would be nice if they added. On the back, it talks a little bit about the technology of the gun itself, and then also a list of the features at the bottom, which we kind of just went over. So let's get into it guys. I'm just gonna cut the box open and then see what we got. And like I said guys, there's a ton of different percussion guns out there. Just kind of do your research. So this isn't really a comparison video to see which one you should get. I'm just reviewing this specific model since I got this one. Alright, so I gotta say, I do love the logo of HYPERICE. If you guys don't know, I am a sucker for marketing, and I think this is super clean. I love the look of it. So I think HYPERICE did a really good job of marketing as a whole. I'm a weird person. I just pick up on all the little marketing cues that companies throw at you with different products. But I love, like I said, I love how clean the design is of this company. So in the box, like I said, we got the HYPERICE gun itself, we got the 2 different attachments, and then just like a little bit of a manual kit. So on the outside of the box, it's just this Hyper Go on it. On the back, it says designed and engineered for the human body, which is kind of cool. So I'm not going to go through all this, guys. It's just, different cards on how to use different things, the attachments, and pretty much just how to use the device itself. So I won't waste time on that too much. It does come with an 18-volt power supply. I think it's like a power block that you plug into the wall. It is a lithium-ion battery, so the charge should hold pretty well. And then I also forgot to mention, guys, it is a 40-watt motor on the inside. Alright guys, so the gun itself, let me see what it feels like here. Wow, so it is a little bit heavier than I originally thought it would be, and it's also a little bit bigger, like I said before, than I thought it would be as a whole, just because it is the Go size. It's supposed to be, I don't know if it's supposed to be mini, but it's supposed to be smaller. That being said, it does have a really nice feel to it. It's definitely a quality piece. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break or anything like that. So this does have a rubber handle on it underneath the plastic, and I think it's great for not letting the vibration go through your hand as much. And like I said, the Theragun that competes with this one, it's more of like a palm handle, so the vibration goes straight through your hand as opposed to this one, which the handle is below where the vibration is going, which should prevent most of that. So I don't think this is fully charged, but I am going to try to turn it on and see how it is. So the button to turn it on is kind of like a trigger underneath here. So you just press this button and then a ring comes on. So I'm going to try it with the flathead tip just to start and see what it feels like, and then we'll kind of go from there. So you just hold it down until the light comes on. So that's a yellow light. So I think it's green when it's fully charged. Another cool feature is on the bottom, you got the HYPERICE logo, but then it also shows 3 different levels. So when you turn it on, it'll tell you which level it's on. All right guys, so I did charge the Hypervolt. It didn't come fully charged, but I did charge it until it was at least green. So I don't know if that would affect the power at all, but I'm gonna give it a try and see how it feels. The rubber handle feels really nice on this Hypervolt Go. So just turn it on, there's just a button right here, right where a trigger would be. Hold that down until the green light comes on. All right, so you got the green light there. I'm just gonna put it on the first setting to start. Just gonna use it a little bit on my chest, my arms. So guys, I don't have too much experience with using a percussion gun in the past. It's kind of a new thing for me. But I have seen a lot of reviews and done my research on these, like I said. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, guys, but this model does not have interchangeable batteries. So there's one battery that's just kind of in the device itself, and you can't change them out. Some of the bigger models that are a little bit more expensive, you can take batteries out and put them back in. That way you can, have an instant charge right away. So that's one thing I would have probably liked with this one, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I mean, it doesn't take too long to charge. Plus, I'm not using it all the time anyway, but I can see, like, if someone had, like a gym or a clinic or something like that and needs them right away and is using them all day, I can see how that could be an issue if you can't be able to do that. But for me, this works perfectly fine. And this light actually goes down to, I think, orange and then yellow or red once the battery goes down, which is pretty cool. So you can get a pretty good idea of how much charge there is. So like I said, I think the battery lasts about 2.5 hours is what they say, which seems like plenty of time to use it before or after a workout or anything like that. So right now I have the bullet attachment on. I think this one is for places that are a little bit harder to get to, and I think it kind of just penetrates a little bit deeper into the tissue than just the flat one. But the flat one I think is great for just getting surface level, big surface area places. So there are 3 settings with this. So once you turn it on, you just tap that button once. It'll start on the first mode. But when I did my research, I saw that some people were saying that I think it's called the pressure tolerance, is pretty low on this, which basically means you can't press down really hard or else it stalls out the motor. So let me try this out. I did try this a little bit earlier before making this video. And honestly, guys, the pressure tolerance I think is totally fine on this. People were saying the pressure tolerance is a lot higher on other devices and some devices that are even like off-brand and a lot cheaper. But I think a lot of times people don't need to press as hard as they're pressing on the device to get the effects that they need. I think if you press too deep, it could actually lead to even more muscle soreness and kind of reverse the effects of what you're trying to do. But yeah, like I said, if I really wanted to press into this, I could stall out the motor, but I think it's plenty. And that's even on the lowest setting that there is. So if I go up to a higher setting here and try it, yeah, I mean, especially with the bullet attachment, it would really hurt for me to try and stall the motor out. But the vibration is really high, especially on the highest setting. I don't know if I would use this that often, but it seems very strong. The motor is not going to stall out or anything just by me holding it like this. So these just pop in and out. You just give it a little twist or whatever once it's in. So like I said, this one is a little bit more for bigger surface areas, I think they claim. I'm just going to use all this on my arm just to get a good feel for it. So you're not supposed to use this on muscle or on bone, obviously. Doesn't feel very good. So mainly just the big areas of muscle. So I could definitely see myself using this a lot for even like warm-ups before workouts, and then also like post-recovery, just to prevent delayed onset muscle soreness and things of that nature, just so I can recover faster and make sure I'm at the top of my game for the next workout that's on my program. But like I said, this is a tool just like anything else. I think there's a time and place for it. I don't think it's necessarily something that I need to use every single day, twice a day, but I think it can be very beneficial for especially hard workouts when I'm sore. So it's definitely something I think is worth the investment. Would I recommend this? I think I would. I don't think it's necessarily for everyone, but if you're somebody who works out on a very consistent basis many days a week, or like an elite athlete or something like that, or you find yourself getting sore often, I definitely think this could help a lot. That being said, this thing is extremely quiet. I think it's, from what I've seen, one of the quietest on the market. So if you guys are looking for something that's really quiet, I would definitely recommend something like this for the Hypervolt. Other companies like Theragun, I've heard really good things about as well. I think they are a little bit more powerful, some of their models, but I've also heard that they're louder as well. So I think there's pros and cons to each type of model. I think it's just kind of what your preference is. So I recommend that you guys just do research if you are looking for one. And then, like I said, you can ask me any questions down in the comments if you guys have any like specific questions about, you know, which ones to get or anything like that. They also sell other attachments that are after, well, you have to buy them separately. I think they have all kinds of different stuff. They have one that's like a pitchfork, which looks pretty cool. But yeah, they have tons of attachments. This one only comes with 2, which is fine for me. I think some of the bigger models come with more attachments, like right out of the box. But it's something to consider down the road if you're looking for something to, you know, to hit the muscles in a little bit different of a way. I do really like the light at the bottom, like I kind of mentioned earlier. This kind of shows you, you know, how much battery is left, and it constantly stays on, so you can see that as you're using it. And then while you're charging it as well, it also shows you, you know, the color as it's like charging up, so you can see where you're at as well. So I think that's a really cool feature. I love this about this specific model. I think all the Hypervolts have this as well. It's just kind of it's a cool little touch that they added on the devices. And I've actually used both attachments a decent amount the past day, and I do like both of them. They're both good for different things. I can see myself using both of them just for different areas. For the back, I've liked the bullet attachment. I've used it on other people and had it used on me as well, and I think that does a really good job of getting into little crevices and places without hitting big bones, like, you know, the scapula or something like that. And then the flathead attachment, I like it for the quads, the arms, and then, like I said before, just big surface area parts on the body where you're just kind of trying to, you know, keep the fluid moving throughout the body and stuff like that. Nothing that's not too deep. But yeah, both attachments are awesome. I think if you were to get 2 attachments from these, I think these are 2 really good ones that they decided to give you. They're pretty general, but they get the job done. And like I said, if you guys are interested, you can check out their website, and they have tons of other attachments if you guys are interested in something like that. So that's something to consider. There are cheaper options out there. I just happen to really like this Hypervolt, and I think it is worth the money. Like I said, it's not very cheap. It's around $200. I don't know if you can find sales or anything. I actually got this one at Dick's, I believe, but they sell them on the website and then a couple other places as well. So that's my review, guys. It's kind of a short general review, but I wanted to show you that I do recommend it. I think it's a cool little device. I'm definitely going to use it. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about this gun or any other massage guns out there, leave them down in the comments, and I will try to address it as soon as I can. Besides that, guys, I'm going to close the video out. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. You need to do everything that you can do every single day to get where you want to be, no matter what.
Come on. Good. Come on.